Okay, so wildfire here, getting the story about the fire that happened last night, and Bella is here to share the experience that we all had.
It was really scary. I got a knock on my door and said there's a fire, fire, fire. And we took off outside. And it was all checking out, and I was talking to the people that was working at the rock quarry, and the guy told me don't get near that fence because it's a live wire ground on the ground. And they didn't know who did it or how it happened, but yeah, we found out. Anyways, to make a long story short, we all got together. We got our hoses out. We was going to start spraying so we wouldn't get over here across the street and jump and get us, all our RVs, and they would blow up one at a time. Boom, boom, we'd all be gone. But they told us not to do it because it was an electrical fire, and we could get shocked and get electrocuted ourselves, but running the water, touching the fence or whatever, because we were not grounded. The fire department wouldn't even spray because they didn't want to. They couldn't come across the line or whatever. Something to that effect, they said. But anyways, we all came together as a whole, as a community, and we all put our effort in to try to do what we could do to save us over here. And everybody pitched in. I was very, very pleased how it came about, how everybody got together and acted like a family and did what we had to do.
Well, thank you, Bella.
You're welcome.
And that was Bella Maddock.
Thank you.
And this is Sylvia.
Well, I wasn't here. I was at work, and I got a phone call stating that there was a fire over there by our RVs, and it was very, very close. And oh my gosh, well, I'm at work, and I'm thinking, what am I going to do? Should I get over there and help? What do I do? But then, I guess with everybody coming together and trying to contain the fire, it was put out, in a timely manner, and so I didn't have to come home right away. But because I wanted to come home and make sure that we got the fire out, so we wouldn't be accused, which we always get accused of things that happen that we did, that the homeless people do, which is not always true. And I'm glad and grateful that we're here now to be able to park and tell the city, which the city said they would, but they don't have nothing yet. They had a year already to figure that out, but it's not figured out yet. So I don't know. I'm just glad that we're still here and that everything came out the way it did, and the team all got together, all of us got together here and contained the fire and worked with each other. So that was a good thing for me to have known being so far away and not being able to know what to do. Anyway, that's what I had to say.
And that was Sylvia Hall. And this is mainly about how we all pulled together to protect this property that we're on. And we did. We pulled it together. And actually, they did tell us we didn't need to use all the hoses. But it's good to know that when it is called upon, and we be very dependable.
Right.
And so Sylvia was able to finish her work with a peace of mind, knowing that we had it under control.
Right.
This is the young lady that, instead of just saving her own ass, went around and knocked on everybody's door to warn us that there's a fire. If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't have known, and we wouldn't have realized how strong of a community we are here.
Thank you. I've lived in homeless situations for off and on for quite some time in my life, and when I'm in that situation, I consider the people I live with and around my family, and it's hard when you're out here by yourself, but when you have other people that are in the same situation as you and understand what you're going through, it makes it a lot easier. The burden's less, and sometimes people might look down on us or whatever because of our living situations, and they don't know our own personal stories and what we've been through. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people who have had steady jobs and all this stuff, and next thing you know, they're laid off and they're out here and all they have is a motorhome or a vehicle or what have you. But they're out here trying to live normal lives as much as we can, trying to not be eyesores on the regular community and whatnot. And I don't just look out for myself, and I never have. And I'm the type of person that I give from my heart and I do things from my heart because, I'm sorry, I'm just a little bit I get a little nervous. But I give from my heart, and I do things not for reciprocation or whatnot, just because I know at the end of the day, sometimes I might feel like I have nothing in the world, and I'm totally totally screwed and I'm at the lowest part of my life, but somehow something always comes along where I'm always okay. And it always comes from somebody else who is like either least fortunate than I am or in the same situation. And it might even come from a stranger instead of someone that's my own family, you know? And we can't pick and choose our own family. We can't. We're dealt the hand we're dealt. But I believe that the people I live with every day, the people I break my bread with every day, the people I suffer with every day or strive with every day, that's my family.
So,
You know?
were you proud? Were you proud of your family when we all pulled together and donated
within
the hose?
5 minutes of me going around here, me and another woman over there across the way, we ran up to the hose. We didn't know electrical fire wasn't supposed to be like that, but my first thing came in my mind was I had family members who were victims of the Paradise Fire. They lost everything, and this fire was right across the street. Not a big street, a small little 1-by-1 little street, a parking lot entrance, to where if everything would have caught on fire, those pine trees, something would have come across the street, we would have lost everything that we own, and we don't own much. We have nothing. And to lose that nothing is going to be even more devastating to all of us who are just barely trying to struggle to keep what we do have, you know? And
did you feel the spirit of all of us get together?
Just, like, the first instinct in my mind was, oh my God. I ran to the first RV in front of me and I knocked and I said, there's a fire across the street, there's a fire across the street. And they have little dogs and stuff like that, and you know, like, they got to get their pets and stuff out because, you know, you just have time to repair. I could have just been like worried about my clothes and stuff in my car and be like, oh my God, you know, like my hoodie or my whatever, you know, my coloring books and stuff. Like, who does that? You know, like, what would I be if everybody around me was gone and I just had my coloring books and stuff? Like, I'd still be nothing, you know? Like,
well, I want to personally thank you for taking the time to come around and say, hey, there's a fire going on. I like how we all responded. So we have a workable community here.
Definitely.
You know, I mean, not everybody follows the rules because they feel it doesn't apply to them. But there is the small portion of us that actually could be a community within itself.
Yeah, definitely.
And that was proven yesterday evening with the fire.
Right.
So we're just going to use the fire alarm from on now.
All right. I got a big enough mouth to do it. Like, hey, you know, whatever.
And if you want to share your name, go ahead and share your name.
My name is Leanne. I go by Lily out here on the streets. Most of my friends and family call me Lily. I've been out here for a while. I've been out here for like a year and a half by myself. But I'm not really by myself, you know? And I thank everybody that lives around me and helps me out. And if it wasn't for these people, I probably would have either taken myself out or starved to death or whatever, you know? And that's important to me. So I just want to take the time to say thank you guys for having me here and be part of this. And I would do it all over again. And, you know, anything I could ever do for anybody that makes it better for them, I will. You know, it's just me.
And what is your message to those people that kind of judge us?
Like I said, you could be a successful executive or corporate person today, and tomorrow your business could hit bankruptcy, and you could be out on the street. And not all of us are just like dumpster diving drug addicts who just are like whatever, you know. A lot of us have had just like, we've all been through something in life, all of us. And if whatever it is hinders us from becoming homeowners or career having like taxpayers or whatever you want to call it, we're not bad people, you know. We just want to live somewhere and have a safe place to be just like everybody else, you know. And we're just monetarily hindered at this moment, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes setbacks are good comebacks. You never know. One of these people at this park right here could be Bill Gates tomorrow. You just don't judge a book by its cover ever. And don't take the time to just go ahead and assume or speculate what it is that has us here and what kind of people we are. Because unless you sit down and have a conversation with us about ourselves or walk a couple of blocks in our socks, you won't understand where we come from and what we're about. But we're just normal people, and We're the people that wave hi to you at a stop sign or hold the door for you at a grocery store and you don't even know. Like, you can't tell that I don't have a home that I go to every day because I make it a point to not look like I live in a bush or whatever, you know, but I mean, it is what it is, but we're just normal people and like, we respect you, you respect us, and God bless everybody, you know what I mean? I just thank you, you know?
Well, thank you, girl. Thank
No
you
problem.
so much.
Yeah, anytime, no matter what, you know what I mean? Anything. Like, I had family that was victims of the Paradise Fire in California 3 years ago, and they lost everything. And, you know what I mean? Some of those people are homeless right now from the fire, you know? Like,
Yeah, and they
like
thought
that
they were
fire was
set.
caused by city workers yesterday who were careless with equipment, you know what I mean? And they hit power lines.
But
And-
we might get blamed for it.
And they're going to look at it as us being a problem over here because of it or whatever, or whatnot.
Yeah.
Or they'll be like, oh, it could happen again, and those people are going to be a liability or whatnot, you know? Like,
Well, I tell you, there was a lot of people that, you know, kind of like lend their hoses out so that if we could
it
have
was
to
like
put out
an
a
assembly
fire.
line. It was like a
Yeah,
NASCAR line.
everybody knew what they had to do, what they were best at doing. Nobody argued with anybody.
No.
Nobody tried to be a leader. Nobody bullied anybody.
There wasn't too many chiefs and not enough Indians.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what was so surprising for me, is
Yeah.
that nobody really tried to be the charge, right?
Yeah.
Because it was a thing. It was like working ants. We all knew what our parts were.
Our
We know.
instincts kicked in, and we knew that we had to do what we had to protect what we have, and
Yep.
that's each other.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
We
And
needed to protect, you know, these.
I didn't see any of us fleeing with bags of stuff running down the street. talking
Nope,
about,
nope.
I have to save my stuff.
Nope.
None of us did that.
Nope.
We all did what we could do to make the environment safe and maybe do what we could do to protect it from the fire coming over here or whatnot, you know? And from what I've seen before, I heard of the man in the Paradise Fire. He saved his house because he sat there with a hose and just watered around his house for hours and hours.
Yeah, that's what I was telling everybody. We might need to just wet this road in order to stop the fire.
Yeah.
But with me, see, my friend knows my drill because I was in the fire in 2020? You're right, 2020 at the lake fire, the river
yeah.
fire.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I was at Toro Park. My drill is she takes my pets and I stay here in case anybody needs help. I'm the last one to go. And the one thing is I called all my friends and I told them to pray for anybody whose vehicle was not working. They couldn't move their vehicle.
Right, that's what I said yesterday too.
You know?
My car needs
pray.
$60 worth of parts that I can't afford right now.
I was
And,
no, I was ready to friggin' toss some of this shit out of my RV and get you guys on my RV to get you all out of here.
Yeah.
And that's why I would have stayed behind. As long as my friend would have picked up my pets and she would have taken it. And that's my thing. I stay behind. I'm the last one to go.
Yeah.
Because I got to make sure nobody needs a push, a pull, or even a ride.
A jump or something.
Yeah,
Anything.
anything. And I got a Chevy engine. That sucker will start
Oh,
anything.
sure. I'm a shitty girl.
Yeah. So you know.
that's a Ford. Oh, that's not.
You know, that's a
Just
Chevy.
kidding. Just kidding.
But anyway, so we're going to cut off the video, but thank you. I'm glad
Thank you for taking your time to not judge us and listen to us and see that we're really with the shit over here. We're real people, you know, and if you need help tomorrow, hey, you never know. It could be one of us to help you guys out.
That's right. Yep. Like our girl Mo.
Yeah, she's a mechanic.
Oh, heck yeah. She'll be on there in the quick. All right. Signing out. This is Wildfire. Bye.